Now, depending on the gear you play, it can be quite expensive. That's why in the last video we talked about budget gear and how to use it so that you don't even need that much money in the first place. But what if you still need more money or you want to play that thick gear? That's why today we talk about how to easily farm money in Hunt Showdown. In Hunt Showdown there are basically 4 ways to make money. And it's not as obvious as it seems to which method works the best. But let's start with cash registers. Each map has a lot of spawns where cash registers and small money bags can spawn. Now of course you could go and farm them. So for example, use a stamina shot, open the map, don't worry, link in the description down below, and then rush through every single spawn. Now this has some positive side effects. For example, you learn a lot about the different spawns, because the thing is that all items basically share the same spawns. So you'll also learn where to look for gadget, traits, ammunition and so on. So you will improve a lot in terms of map knowledge. But sadly, those cash registers aren't the best source of income. The main problem with this method is that cash registers can yield $50 to $1,000, but the chances aren't evenly distributed. Meaning, the chance that you get $1,000 is very low. Most of the time you will get only $50 or $75. If you combine that with the fact that cash registers aren't as common as they used to be, and instead you will find those little bags more often that maybe yield $13, which isn't exactly what we're looking for. So in most raids I was only able to gather $300 or even less. That's not really efficient. Furthermore, you have to avoid other hunters because you don't want to lose the money that you have with you. And that personally isn't a fun way to play the game. But let's look at another method that gets thrown around a lot, which is Quickplay. The good thing, it's all free. You get a free hunter, a free starting weapon to choose from, and there you go. And if your focus in Quickplay is making money, then really rush those hints. Everything else is secondary. And if you encounter other hunters, don't try to fight them head on, just scare them off and keep going. Because again, you really want to focus on gathering all 4 clues. Because we want to be the first ones to activate the wellspring, since this will yield us $1 per tick. Now, one of 2 things can happen now. Either we die and we just get the amount of dollars that we gathered until that point, which usually isn't that much, but hey, it's free. Or option 2, we are able to defend ourselves and are the last one standing in the end. And we get a little bit more money. And as you can see, it isn't that much. Furthermore, Quickplay as of now is pretty hard because there is no matchmaking, so you will meet a lot of very experienced hunters in Quickplay, making it pretty hard to survive that. Maybe we will get a matchmaking in the future, but as of now, it's pretty hardcore. But should we survive, we also get the hunter with perks, with gadget, with gear, all for free in the Sole Survivor tab. But again, the chances of winning aren't really great. But should you be a very experienced and good hunter in Hunt Showdown, then this might be a method for you to get free gear, free hunters with perks, free gadgets and a bit of money. But for most people, the next method will be much more favorable, and that's the so-called rush. In this we try to locate and kill the boss as fast as possible. So pick whatever hunter you like, whatever you feel comfortable with. The only important part is that you bring a sticky bomb and a poison bomb. If you don't have those yet, don't worry, you can do it without, it's just way easier with them. Now I personally from time to time also bring a stamina shot, just so that I can really sprint across the map, but it's not necessary and it's very expensive, so might not be a good choice at the start. If you want to maximize the amount of money that you can make, then choose a free hunter, just equip them again with a sticky and a poison bomb, and there you go. This way you only pay $89 but can make a profit of around $1,000 to $2,000 potentially. So that's a pretty good deal. Now, when the match starts, you want to rush those hints as fast as possible, because we want to be the very first. You can also make your life a bit easier with some big brain power that helps us guess the boss's location before we have all 3 hints. So if you see a part of the map getting grayed out, then it's likely that the boss is on the other side. Of course, it's not guaranteed, but it's a good indicator. This way we avoid long walking distances that will be grayed out anyway. And then just keep going and also try to combine it with the first method. Grab as many cash registers and bags as you can on the way. And here it can really help to know the most common spawns. Furthermore, on your way, try to work smart, not hard. Try to use your surroundings, try to use tools and gadgets instead of just facing everything head on. Because fighting means you stay still, that means you're losing time. Then eventually you will find your third clue or you located the boss before that. And now the reason why we brought a sticky bomb and a poison bomb. Because for example for the spider, a sticky to the face and she's almost dead. For the wild chicken, the same, a sticky bomb and he's almost dead right away. With the chicken, the only problem, if the bomb starts a fire, all the gadgets might get destroyed. But I think that's a sacrifice we have to make. The assassin on the other hand is a bit different, because here we use the poison bomb. Throw it into the middle of a room and try to bait him inside. If you also have or found an antidote and you got a really strong wombo combo in your hand. Because you can just stay inside the poison and he will get massive amounts of damage. Then against the good old butcher we can again use the sticky bomb, but poison also hurts him quite a bit. And the advantage of using those gadgets is that you can kill the boss within seconds, so nobody is able to contest. And afterwards you have two options. First one, you just leave without the bounty. This is way safer, but you will also get less money. I mean, it's not that bad, $400 and up to $700 if you have another boss that you can collect clues on the way. But the bounty is worth a lot of money. And that brings us to the second method, stay and fight. And I mean, you only want to prolong. You don't want to fight them head on, just scare them off long enough that you can pick a bounty and make a run for it. And that works pretty often because if you're solo, the others get a free bounty and they will often take it. If you're in a duo, a lot of players are very careful when approaching hunters with the boosted dark vision. If you extract successfully, that's a lot of money you just made in a couple of minutes. Because you also get a daily bonus for each hunter every day. 20% on your total for a successful bounty extraction. And with all the objectives like clues, layer found, boss killed, extraction and so on, this can add up to a lot of money. After that, you want to recruit a new hunter, a new free hunter, whatever you want, whatever you have, and do the exact same thing. Because you want to maximize the amount of money using that daily bonus. And if you do that with free hunters, you get a couple $1,000s in an hour. Even if you die, you get a couple hundreds per run, and if you use free hunters, that's still a huge profit. And that with this method alone. But there are other things that we can combine to make even more money. For example, with this method you get a lot of experience points, which lets you progress on your account level. And there, depending on your level, you also get free weapons that you can sell or just free money straight away. But the amount of XP also allows us to get more daily offerings from the sacrifice. And since we do a lot that usually is part of missions, now yes, the missions will get reworked next patch, so I won't go into too much detail here. But from what I can tell, the kind of missions doesn't really change, so find layer, find clues, kill X amount of mob. And that's something that we do anyway in a rush. So we will also get the mission rewards on top of everything. And if you get, for example, a Mosin, you can sell that for a lot of money. So in total, you can make a couple of $1,000s in an hour. And that should be enough to play for quite a while. Now, yes, it might need some time to get used to this kind of playstyle, especially if you're used to the slow, methodical approach. But I think exactly that makes it so fun, because you can learn new things, get outside your comfort zone, and you have a new challenge. And all of that can be a lot of fun. And last time I checked, fun is pretty important in gaming. Now, of course, there are 1,000 variants how you can do a rush. For example, you can do it in a duo and split up. Each person makes a boss on their own. Or. There are many methods that will yield you a lot of money. So, be creative and let me know in the comment section down below how you do your rush. So I hope this was helpful. If so, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I see all of you with a lot more dollars in your pockets in the next video. Take care.